Hey guys, I just got home from work. I worked the night shift, and then I swung by my surgeon's office to pick up my new feeding tube because it's time to change it out. If you watch any of my videos, you know by now that I am a cancer patient, and it's also why I talk funny, why my face is lopsided. I talk about that plenty. There's no need to go through all that right now, but I am on a feeding tube because this side of my face is numb. From the inside of my mouth over is numb, and I have a huge hole in the roof of my mouth. In fact, I wear a prosthetic that fills that hole, and I'm going to do a video soon at some point about my prosthetic and show it and actually show y'all what the inside of my mouth looks like. But today, this video is because it's time for me to change my feeding tube. And they don't normally let people change their tubes on their own, but I've had mine for like 2 years now, and I know how to do it, and it's easy, and there's no need for me to go to the doctor and have them do it, unless, I guess, if there's something wrong with it, and then I might need to have them check it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It comes in this box right here, and it's called a Mickey, like Mickey Mouse. It's called a Mickey low profile feeding tube, a low profile G tube. And you can't get this type of feeding tube right away. At first you get the kind that actually is a tube that hangs out of your stomach. But after it's all had a chance to heal and everything, you can get this type. And it's not as much in your way. And you can pretty much live a normal life and no one will even know that you have a feeding tube in. The only time that you can tell that I have one is if I wear shirts that are tight, so you can kind of see the bulge there. Alright, I'm going to have to lay down to change this out, so I'm about to try to angle the camera so that you can see my stomach. And, yeah, so let's go. I've got my hands are washed. I've got my sterile water with me. Yeah. Well, let me open this up first and show you what's inside. So it comes with a care sheet, instructions for use. But here it is. Well, they put gauze in the packet, but it's the wrong kind to use around the feeding tube, so I won't be needing it. This is the part that actually goes into your stomach. You fill that up with water. I'm going to go ahead and angle the camera, and then I'll show you what all of these things are for. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I am laying down on my futon in my office. Honestly, this is where I sleep most of the time anyway, because I sleep during the day. I don't know, it's just comfortable. I can keep the air a lot cooler out here than I can in the house, because the kids will complain about it being too cold for them, and it's just my own little space and I like it. But yeah, I'm laying down right now. Go ahead and take a look at this stuff. So this part is the tube itself. This is the part that goes into my stomach, and all you see is this part sticking out. I hope you can hear me. I forgot to move my microphone. My microphone is like across the room. I'll try to speak up. This syringe is where I put the water that has to go into the tube. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to show you what it will look like inside my stomach. So you put the syringe right here on that part. And then just push the water in. And you see it filling up like a balloon. And there you go. That's the part that is in my stomach, and that water-filled balloon is what holds it into my stomach. This is a syringe that you can use to give yourself your formula. You use a new syringe every day, so I don't really know why they bother to put one in this kit, because I have to buy a whole bunch of extra syringes. This is the part that hooks onto the feeding tube, and the syringe goes in the top, and the formula goes in. And this part I've never really had to use, but there's a way to hook it in, and I guess it's more for like if you need to administer medicine or something, but I don't use this part. Or this might be for the small children or something. Like I said, I don't really know because I don't use that part. Alright, so if you have a weak stomach or don't like seeing gross things, you're not going to want to watch this video because it's not pleasant. For one thing, when I pull the old tube out of my stomach, it's going to look really gross. The stomach acid breaks it down and makes it look dirty and gross, and that's just the way it looks, so it's not going to look pretty when I pull it out. And the hole itself looks like, I don't know, a bullet hole or something. You'll see if you want to keep watching. If not, no harm, no foul, you can click out now. No need to leave me any mean comments. I mean, I'm living with cancer and with handicaps because of that, yet I'm working more than one full-time job, so cut me some slack. Alright, I have got you zoomed in what is probably uncomfortably close to my stomach, but I'm wanting this to be up close and personal for you so that you can see what it looks like. Now this, you always have to wear gauze around your feeding tube because it leaks. I mean, it's always going to leak. There's nothing you can do about that. This is just a 2-inch gauze and is normally reserved for using with babies, small children that have feeding tubes. Normally, they give an adult a 4-inch gauze, but I find that if I don't tape it down, then it just folds up and gets in the way, and I don't like the tape because it irritates my skin. And I can't pull my shirt up anymore because I would then be flashing you because my breasts are right here. This thing sits literally right under my breasts, which makes it pretty much impossible for me to wear a normal bra, like with an underwire, because it rubs on the feeding tube. So I have been wearing nothing but sports bras for, I guess, 2 years now. Alright, so first I'm going to take this gauze off, and yes, it's nasty, I'm sorry. Blood and pus. It's not pus, but it's like formula that leaks. It's formula that leaks out, but it is also some pus, because what happens right here, and you see all that redness, and there's like this skin that they call proud flesh that grows around it. It's bleeding right now, right? The skin called the proud flesh that grows around the tube is my body's way of trying to heal the hole that's there, and so it just keeps producing that flesh, and I have to actually use these silver nitrate sticks to burn that flesh off. It's been more irritated than normal lately, probably because I've been sleeping on my stomach, and it, of course, moves this around and wiggles it and aggravates it. The first step is to withdraw the water that is currently inside the tube. Wow. Alright, it's definitely time to change this out because that's all the water that I got, and it's looking a little murky, which means it's been leaking. It should have been a full syringe, and it's only about half or even less than half, and it's a little murky. So that definitely tells me that it's time to change it out, because what happens is that your stomach acids eat away at the tube in there, and yeah, it's gross. Alright, so I'm going to pull it out, and it's going to be a little painful. The thing that I forgot to get is the lube, because you need this on the new tube when you're trying to put it back in. Alright, see, like I said, it's gross. that is the hole that is in my stomach. So you want to coat the tube with plenty of lube so that it'll slide in easy. And there it goes. I'll show you from a different angle if you want to see it. Now I need to go through this side part right here to fill that balloon part back up with water. Alright, right now I'm just tucking some of the gauze that they gave me around it because I don't have one of the kinds that I normally have on hand. But that's all there is to changing it out. Now, when I feed myself, I hook this up to it. Let me zoom back out again. So yeah, when I feed myself, I hook this up to it by just pulling this part up, and then I stick this part in there. And then of course the tube goes there, so that's how I feed myself. But before, like when you first get a feeding tube put in, what you have essentially is something like this that just literally is always hanging off of your body. In fact, right now I'm going to go ahead and pour some water in it just to make sure it flushes out and everything works like it's supposed to. Yep, the water went in with no problem. Alright, so that is it, guys. Yeah, so whenever I need to feed myself, I just attach this to that thing in my stomach, stick this in the top, and I just pour the formula and the water in it and just let it drain in with gravity. And so I carry a syringe and this attachment and of course the formula and some water around with me wherever I go so that I always have it. And the bad thing about this is that this thing can get so nasty, and I always flush it through with water. I always rinse it, and I have a pipe cleaner thing that I run through it and clean it out, but it doesn't matter, it gets nasty anyway, and I have not found a good way to keep these clean. So right now this is a nice fresh new one. I like that. I'm happy with having a new one. And yeah, I mean, it's unpleasant having this thing in my stomach. You saw it actually bleeding. It's irritating right now. That's just something that I'll live with. But, I mean, it was kind of a necessity. I had stage 4 cancer, so, and I still am not, I mean, I can eat some. Y'all have seen me make videos where I'm eating some food, but I cannot eat very well. It's actually very hard for me to do, and I cannot take in enough nutrition or water or liquids to be able to sustain myself. And I am very much a choking hazard because my mouth is numb on the inside. It's not numb over here, but it's numb over here, and so food can get lost in my mouth. I can choke on it. I've choked many times in my 2 years of being on the feeding tube, trying to, they want me to be eating some because I don't need to lose the ability to swallow, and be stuck on a feeding tube forever. The hope is that I will be able to get off of it eventually. So I am eating as much as I can, but I need to get my prosthetic fixed to where it's fitting better. And it's also, there's a lot of problems right now still that need to be fixed. The prosthetic is actually ruining my teeth, along with the fact that that's where I had the radiation tube. But anyway, that's for another video. That's it for this one. I changed out my feeding tube. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. I don't do many videos on my health because there's not a whole lot of updates at this point about my health, but I update you when I can. Mostly I'm doing other types of videos, having fun, just trying to live my life, trying to not let chronic illness come in between me being able to live my life to the fullest. That's kind of the whole point of me doing this channel. I hope that if there's anybody else out there watching that has a chronic illness, and if you find yourself using that as a crutch or using that as an excuse to not live your life, I mean, that's what I'm trying not to do. I am doing everything that I can, everything that I used to do, and I'm just adapting my life to the fact that I have this chronic health issue, and I have some things that I have to deal with, such as wearing the prosthetic and eating through a tube in my stomach. That kind of thing is just something that I have to integrate into part of my life, but I'm trying not to let it hold me back. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you later.